Today, under the warm glow of the morning sun, Milie dedicates herself to her most important task, teaching her young son, Marcel, the ancient art of survival. She guides him through the forest, showing him which leaves to taste, which insects to ignore, which stones hide tiny treasures beneath them. Marcel is growing quickly. His legs grow stronger each day. His curiosity expands with every passing hour. He is learning to travel beside his mother, to observe her movements, to mimic her actions. Each step he takes is a step toward independence. Nearby, Milie's eldest daughter remains close. She has not wandered far from her mother and baby brother. Instead, she sits among them, playing gently and helping to guide little Marcel's first explorations. Milie is becoming a teacher in her own right. She shows Marcel how to balance on uneven stones, how to reach for low-hanging leaves, how to stay close to their mother. She is patient, kind, and endlessly gentle. In many ways, she is her mother's greatest helper. While Milie is teaching Marcel to walk, a sudden disruption breaks the peace. Suri, a young, energetic member of the troop, dashes toward Marcel, reaching out to grab him and lift him into her arms. But Milie is faster. She springs into action, rushing to her baby's side and pulling him away from Suri before any harm can be done. She does not scold or fight. She simply removes her child from the situation. Conflict is dangerous. Milie knows this well. She will not risk her baby's safety over a moment of aggression. Milie settles down near the edge of a calm water pond, holding Marcel close. The sound of water soothes them both. Marcel, still trembling from the encounter, nuzzles against his mother's chest and begins to nurse. Here, in this quiet place, there is no Suri, no threat. Just mother and child, wrapped in their own small bubble of peace. Milie strokes Marcel's fur gently, letting him know that he is safe. After a few moments, Milie lowers Marcel to the ground and guides him toward the water. He is thirsty. He leans down, lapping at the cool surface with his tiny tongue. Milie watches him closely, ready to pull him back if he strays too far. But Suri appears again at the water's edge. Milie tenses. She does not wait to see what Suri wants. She scoops up Marcel and moves away quickly, finding a new spot far from the young troublemaker. She will not give Suri another chance. Milie arrives at a new location, a beautiful expanse of lush green grass, scattered with the ancient broken stones of Bafuan Temple. Here, the earth is soft, the air is fresh, and the grass is abundant. This is a perfect place for both mother and child. Milie can forage for food, tender grass blades, wild flowers, and small insects that hide among the roots. And Marcel can learn to walk on the soft ground, exploring the world at his own pace. This is a classroom of nature's making. Marcel, drawn by the beauty of the lush green grass, releases his grip on his mother's chest. He steps down, wobbling on unsteady legs, and begins to explore. He touches the grass, smells the earth, and follows his mother as she moves through the field. Milie watches him carefully, guiding him with gentle nudges and soft sounds. She shows him what to eat and what to avoid. She teaches him the basics of foraging skills he will need for the rest of his life. This is the foundation of his independence, and Milie is laying it stone by stone. Step by hesitant step, Marcel discovers the joy of learning on his own. He stumbles, rises, and stumbles again, but he does not give up. His mother stays close, always nearby, never letting him feel abandoned. When Marcel grows frightened, Milie is there in an instant, scooping him up and holding him close. She reassures him, soothes him, then sets him down again. She repeats this cycle over and over, pushing him forward, catching him when he falls, pushing him forward again. This is how she builds his courage. This is how she builds his strength. After a long session of walking and exploring, Marcel's energy fades. His legs grow weak. His eyes grow heavy. Milie, ever attentive, gathers him into her arms and finds a comfortable spot to sit. She lets him nurse, letting his body rest and recharge. This is her rhythm: activity, then rest. Exploration, then nourishment. She knows that learning cannot happen without proper rest. She gives her child both. Marcel rests quietly against his mother's chest, nursing slowly, his eyes half closed. He does not fall asleep. He simply drifts in a peaceful, milk-warmed haze. Milie does not rest. She uses this quiet moment to groom her baby's fur, her fingers moving gently over his tiny body. She removes dirt, soothes his skin, and fills him with the warmth of her touch. This is love. This is care. This is the quiet language of motherhood. After playing with her friends, Molly returns to her mother and baby brother. She approaches quietly, not wanting to disturb their rest. She settles beside them, her presence a gentle addition to the peaceful scene. Molly is becoming more independent each day. She no longer needs to nurse. She can find her own food and navigate the troop on her own. But she has not left her mother. She stays close, drawn by love for her new baby brother. She is her mother's helper, her little brother's protector, and her family's quiet strength. But the peace does not last. Suri returns once again, her presence darkening the atmosphere. Milie tenses immediately. She positions herself between Suri and Marcel, her body a shield of fierce protection. Suri does not care for Milie. She only wants to grab little Marcel, to play with him in her own rough way. But Milie will not allow it. She keeps her baby close, her eyes fixed on Suri, ready to move at the first sign of trouble. She does not want conflict, but she will defend her child with everything she has. Suri, sensing Milie's resistance, does not leave. Instead, she tries a different approach. She sits nearby and reaches out to groom Milie's fur, hoping to earn her trust, hoping to get closer to Marcel. But Milie is not fooled. She keeps Marcel pressed firmly against her chest, never letting him out of her reach. She does not reject Suri's grooming, but she does not relax either. She knows that friendliness can be a mask for other intentions. She will stay vigilant. Finally, Suri departs. Milie exhales slowly, her body relaxing just a fraction. She sets Marcel down and begins teaching him again, walking beside him, guiding him, letting him take a few steps on his own. But she never lets him go far. She keeps him close, ready to scoop him up if Suri returns. This is her strategy. Teach, but stay alert. Give freedom, but never let go of control. It is exhausting, but it is the only way to keep her baby safe.
Lớn tôi có bà thôi. Đây nhớ nè. Ba. Thấp chỗ tao lên.
Suddenly, Suri reappears. Milie does not hesitate. She scoops Marcel into her arms and moves away immediately. She does not run, she simply relocates, finding a new spot where she can continue foraging without interference. Marcel does not walk this time. He clings to his mother's chest, his small heart still racing from the sudden movement. Milie holds him close, letting him feel her steady heartbeat, letting him know that as long as she is there, he is safe. Molly returns once more, her playful energy bringing lightness to the moment. She sits beside her little brother, nudging him gently, inviting him to play. Milie watches them with soft eyes. She reaches out and takes Molly's hand, pulling her close, grooming her fur with tender strokes. Molly relaxes under her mother's touch, her body growing heavy with contentment. Soon she falls asleep on the warm rock beside her mother and brother. Milie continues grooming her eldest daughter, filling her with warmth and love. Meanwhile, Marcel takes the opportunity to explore the area on his own, walking a few steps, touching the grass, tasting the world. He does not wander far. He stays close to his mother's watchful gaze. This is the daily life of Milie and her children. This is the rhythm of love, protection, and tough lessons. This is how strength is built, one step, one lesson, one day at a time.